will go all the way to $160,000 this year, says Celsius CEO. Although the price of Bitcoin, BTC, continues to hover around $30,000, industry experts are noting that there is a bullish long-term view. To put this into perspective, Alex Mashinsky, Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Celsius, the centralized cryptocurrency lending platform, told Cointelegraph at Bitcoin 2021 in Miami that he sees Bitcoin reaching $160,000 this year, or possibly a bit lower. We haven't seen the highs yet for 2021, Mashinsky said. Mashinsky further remarked that the crypto market was bound for a correction, following Bitcoin's recent all-time high of over $63,000. When you go too high, too fast, you are bound for a correction. You can see my tweets in both March and February saying we are going to have a crash, we're going to have a correction. I predicted $30,000. Bitcoin is like a spring, we stretch it too much and we put too much leverage. Too many people got greedy. Elon Musk is manipulating the market. In addition to discussing the price of Bitcoin, Mashinsky commented on Elon Musk's recent tweets about Bitcoin. According to Mashinsky, Musk is not helping the crypto community, but rather manipulating the market. As such, he noted that Musk is simply a tourist in the land of crypto. Mashinsky also noted that Tesla accepting Bitcoin payments will benefit Musk, but not consumers. If the richest guy in the world is willing to exchange a Bitcoin for a Tesla, you have to ask yourself, who is getting the good deal? The minute you buy the Tesla, it's worth less than what you paid for it, but Bitcoin is going to continue to increase in value. So that transaction is good for Elon, but it's not good for you. Celsius moves business operations to the U.S. Roni Cohen-Pavone, Chief Revenue Officer at Celsius, further told Cointelegraph that Celsius will be moving its business operations from the United Kingdom to the United States in the coming months. According to Cohen-Pavone, the shift to the U.S. was promoted by the recent regulatory uncertainty in the UK for crypto companies. We came to the conclusion that the UK is not the most stable place for Celsius in terms of regulations and geopolitical perspectives, he said. Although Celsius has had a physical office in the U.S. since 2019, Cohen-Pavone explained that Celsius will now become a limited liability company, or LLC. Nothing changes with our services. We are now an LLC instead of Celsius Network Limited. I believe the transition to engage as a U.S. entity will be completed by early or mid-August. Watch the whole interview here.
I want to get your thoughts on the market, if you can talk a little bit about it, because obviously, and I'm a hodler, so I don't worry, but people that may be new to this space, or some people may be freaking out about the price of Bitcoin being over 60 and now it's, I think, under 40. What are your thoughts on the market?
So, when you go higher too much too fast, you're bound for a correction. And you can see my tweets both in March and in February saying, hey, we're going to have a crash, we're going to have a crash, we're going to have a correction. I even said 30,000. And people, there were a lot of Twitter haters who were like, shut up, don't talk about it. If you don't have anything positive to say, don't say anything. So it's like a spring, right? We stretch it too much, we put too much leverage, too many people got greedy. And one tweet from Elon caused all of the short sellers to basically pile on and try to short or try to depress the price of Bitcoin. So, and what that did is it created liquidations. So now all the liquidations are out of the system. Our tank is empty. The spring has gone back to its original position. We can slowly build up more momentum. So I do see us going all the way to 160,000 this year. I think we may go a little bit lower than that. We're going to close the year lower, but we haven't seen the highs yet for 2021.
So my thoughts on that, now is the time to buy Bitcoin because it's on sale. That's what I think.
So there are several ways where you can buy Bitcoin at a discount, right? So I'll give you one example. A Grayscale, which is normally an institutional vehicle, is trading at a discount. So you can buy GBTC with your brokerage account and get a 15% discount. You buy the same Bitcoin that Coinbase sells you, but you're buying it at a 15% discount. So that there are opportunities, there are examples. of these things, and or otherwise you can buy it at Celsius, deposit it at Celsius,
Right.
and then earn yield on it. Earn
Got it.
6.2% on your Bitcoin.
Right, right. And you mentioned about Elon Musk and his tweets. Can you share any more thoughts around that? I mean, what is
Yeah,
this healthy?
sure.
Is this
So look,
healthy?
obviously Elon is a big celebrity. He's got tens of millions of followers, and I think I call him a tourist. He's a tourist in crypto. He's here to collect more followers. He's not here to help you or me hodl or learn about it. He's asking more questions, basic questions that, so I don't see him helping the community, right? I see him basically seesawing, manipulating. One day is 4 Bitcoin, it's like a girlfriend. One day I love you, one day I don't love you. That's not what we're looking for.
It's not, right. I agree with you. I want to know if you can comment on this, because when he said that you can use Bitcoin to buy a Tesla, and it seemed like he was so supportive of the space, and he's like, oh, it's not a green initiative. Do you believe that that was his real thinking of getting rid of the Bitcoin for Teslas? Or was that just an excuse just because he was just done with Bitcoin? What do you think?
Look, if the richest guy in the world is willing to exchange a Bitcoin for a Tesla, you have to ask yourself, who is getting the good deal? Are you getting a good deal for an asset that's going to the minute you bought that Tesla, it's worth less than what you paid for it.
Right.
But that Bitcoin is going to increase in value. So that transaction is good for Elon, but it's not good for you. Right? So you want to buy a Tesla, come to Celsius, we'll give you $1 loan, and you can buy your Tesla. You don't need to spend your Bitcoin.
Right.
So again, Elon is here for Elon. He's not here for the community. He's not here for decentralization. He's a tourist.
Right.
He's coming to Cryptoland, and now he's leaving Cryptoland.
What do you want to see happen in the future for the crypto community and your community at Celsius?
So look, we're definitely achieving new highs as far as people in the crypto, but we're still only 1% of the population. The other 99%, especially women, still think that all of us here are crazy, right? So you're the exception, of course. You've been at it for several years. We've known each other, and you've been a great communicator and educator for the community at large. But most people still think that we are that we don't know what we're doing, right? So for example, Celsius just teamed up with iHeart. They have 265 million users, and we teamed up so we can reach out and educate the people that are not in the tent to understand that all of us are here to act in their best interest. Right? And it's very hard for people to think that someone who's not a bank, who's not a financial institution, can do better than their trusted banks and trusted financial institutions. These institutions are the ones who are stealing from you every day. They're the ones who are making hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars in profit and paying their shareholders. They're not paying you.
Right.
At Celsius, in DeFi, we're paying the depositor. We're not paying the shareholder. And that's what's so hard for people to understand. So I think the biggest task we have to do is educate, right? It's not about convincing people to buy Bitcoin. It's about convincing them that this community is acting in their best interest.
You were also on a panel, or a few panels, so what did you discuss while you were on?
There are high likelihood that the price of Bitcoin on the short term will drop to below $20,000 in a V-shaped recovery. As earlier mentioned in one of my video, the best approach to buying Bitcoin is through dollar cost averaging, DCA, and more importantly to invest for the long term. Please note that this is not a financial advice. Kindly do your own due diligence. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.